Testimony is underway for a third day in Brunswick as jurors hear the state's evidence against 3 men charged with the murder of Ahmaud Arbery.
All right, we are following brand new developments this afternoon inside and outside of the courtroom. 3 big things you need to know this afternoon. Glenn County police officer Jeff Bradenberry testified today that defendant Gregory McMichael told him at the scene of the shooting that Ahmaud Arbery had been seen several times on camera in a construction site through the area. But Bradenberry also testified that Greg McMichael never said anything about an attempted citizen's arrest of Arbery. That is the defense's key argument in the case, by the way. Attorneys for gunman Travis McMichael argued that Bradenberry's body camera showed McMichael cooperating with police. Renata DiGregorio now joining us live from Brunswick, just outside the courthouse, with what is being talked about most today. Renata, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lou. A big takeaway from today has to do with the testimony coming from the first officer today. It's the first officer, he's saying the same thing that the first officer on the scene did yesterday, which is that he was not told if Greg McMichael was trying to make a citizen's arrest. He says, no ma'am, that they did not mention that. It's the same thing that was mentioned by the first officer on the scene yesterday, who that is a key thing, as well as we know that the defense is trying to say. That is one of their strategies, that a citizen's arrest was trying to be made here. Now, so far today, all of the state's witnesses have been law enforcement who were on the scene. The first this morning, Glenn County police officer Jeff Bradenberry, who was the officer there to write the initial report. He says that report was about 1 page long. Now, in the courtroom, Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, could be heard saying quietly he, quote, did a horrible job. Cooper Jones also sounded frustrated to hear how many times Bradenberry was interrupted while taking Greg McMichael's statement. Travis McMichael's attorney, Jason Sheffield, played some of Bradenberry's body camera video, which shows his partner talking to Travis, telling him to just breathe. Sheffield argues this shows Travis is being cooperative and not trying to run away. Still, the part most people are talking about here is Bradenberry's response about the question of a citizen's arrest.
While speaking with you, did Greg McMichael ever use the word burglary?
No, ma'am.
Did he ever use the word trespass?
No, ma'am.
Did he ever tell you while you're talking to him that he was attempting to make a citizen's arrest?
No, ma'am.
Did he ever even use the word arrest?
No, ma'am.
Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk about the part of this that our First Coast News legal analyst says is a good strategy from the defense. That's coming up. Live in Brunswick, Renata DiGregorio, First Coast News, on your side.
If you would like to watch the trial or see our complete coverage, you can watch it on channel 25.2. It's also on our website, firstcoastnews.com.